I am super excited, happy, and I want to extend my warm welcome to each one of you that I'm already seeing who is going to come here to Eco Village. I can't wait to meet you in person, to each one of you. And I also extend my warm welcome to all the participants, aspiring participants who are going to catch up on the recordings and choose to come to Govardhan Eco Village. So this session is all about the program that many of you have already signed for, or some of you are still thinking, and I want to know more about the level 1 200 hours yoga teacher training program at Govardhan Eco Village. So let's begin churning and discussing everything about this program. At the end, we will also take your doubts. So if you have any questions, please wait till the end. Maybe in the whole flow that I'm going to share, it might be answered. If not, please, you're most welcome to put any questions that you have around the program. Please get your head super clear today after the session so that you have no doubts in your mind. Okay. So my name is Aarti, and I'm one of the head teachers at Govardhan School of Yoga. And as I progress in this session, I will introduce the team of faculty and other teachers that you will be also meeting very soon. You don't have to remember everything that I speak. There's a recording that will be given, don't worry. But I'm sure that as we discuss, you will get very clear idea about what are you stepping into as you sign up for this program. So let me go back to the history of Govardhan School of Yoga, as we call ourselves here as in Eco Village. So we started here in the year 2015. This was already an established, wonderful Bhakti Yoga ashram that you will be coming to. And His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj had a desire that we should also be having some holistic wellness programs going on at this place. With that seed in his heart, Govardhan School of Yoga is growing day by day, where we all acknowledge the need of all kind of fitness, physical fitness, emotional fitness, mental fitness, and eventually, of course, this ashram is all about your spiritual fitness, the highest type of yoga. So with that vision, we opened the first program in the year 2015. And since then, there's no looking back. We are growing and we have people joining from different countries in every batch. So our biggest marketing, as I can say, is word of mouth. Each one of you who come here and are so happy, transformed, that we keep getting, various participants coming in each batch through your own recommendations. So regarding our purpose, that why we actually established yoga school in this already established ashram, we realized that there has been a missing link even for those who are already into some spiritual life. And the missing link was managing emotional and physical health. That was one of the main purposes of opening yoga school. And we also realized that how in today's world, sometimes in some places, yoga is also seen just as something on the mat, some exercise. And I would not keep saying this west, 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 even in East, in India also, you will see across many schools that yoga is just boiled down to some fitness, sweat class, body sculpting yoga, or some weight loss program. Yoga can give those benefits, but those are very tiny side effects, and we miss the bigger picture. So, whoever comes to our school, our purpose is to give yoga in its big picture. We want to present everything under the name of yoga and umbrella, different types of yoga, different parts of yoga, and how can one take care of their entire layer of existence. It's not just body, soul. Maybe we know that if we are in some spiritual path, but there are many things in between. We have energy body, we have mental body, we have wisdom sheath, ego, mind, all that stuff. And how do we take care of all of that on the mat and off the mat? So that has been our purpose strongly, that if we can take the principles from yogic scriptures, authentic books, gurus, teachers, and from the teachings of Bhagavad Gita itself. So we have amalgamated the entire course where a participant even might sign up to just become a teacher, but will go back transformed. So this is our purpose of uh, having yoga teacher training at this special place at Govardhan Eco Village, which many of you might be knowing is recognized worldwide now for its sustainability projects, for social initiatives that we have been taking around helping farmers, around women empowerment, and lot of projects. So this place is not just about yoga. Once you'll come here, you will see that you've got a lot more. It's an entire flourishing community of people thriving towards one goal around sustainability, wellness, spirituality. So your classes will also be a lot happening off the mat unofficially on a lot of days, where you might end up just interacting with some local women farmers and some sustainability ideas that will come to you. So it's pretty much I would say vibrating place where different projects are flourishing and not just yoga. Regarding our course now, if I have to speak, coming to the core part of our discussion today about the yoga course. So first thing, in case if you're wondering about, do I need to have particular experience or any training before? Then my answer is no. We welcome all the freshers, ideally 18 plus. Every adult is welcome for the course. We have exceptions also. If anybody is even younger than that, please speak to us. And if you know, you would welcome you as well. So yes, I already know one participant who is going to come and is younger than what I'm just saying. So yes, we welcome them as well. And you don't need to have flexible body or particular mastery in some poses, or you need not be even injury free for this teacher training program. Because let me give you that assurance, as I keep saying this again and again, for our school and our purpose, we don't want fit bodies to coming. Otherwise, what's the purpose? I mean, I'm not saying if you're fit, you don't come. You're most welcome. But please don't get intimidated by the word yoga teacher training that, oh my God, I can't even touch my toe. How can I be a teacher? Well, please come and you will get tremendous ideas around that. Just yoga teacher training is not just about teaching poses, there is a lot. So having said that, coming back to the qualification part, we welcome freshers as well. We welcome beginners. Even if you are somewhere between beginner to intermediate level, this is for you for sure, because you're going to learn a lot of classical aspects around asanas, even yoga, pranayam, and meditation. So we have authenticity to this program, where this is where we have attracted a lot of participants from the different countries, because they have found that our program gives them more depth of yoga. So they might have some exposure to poses, asanas, they are practicing some classes, but the holistic approach that we have definitely gave them a lot more. So yes, this program is for beginners, freshers, to intermediate participants as well, or even somebody who is only looking for to deepen their philosophy around yoga. We definitely highly recommend our school for that, because we have very structured and in-depth philosophy classes as well throughout the program. Let me jump to the next part of our discussion, which is our curriculum. Curriculum is something, how are we going to train you into this whole program? Okay. Before I start, let me also break one more ice here. Uh, for many, yoga teacher training is a structured program where they come to learn different tools and techniques and gain knowledge around how can I now share this with others. That goal is also met. Number two, 50% of our audience all the time is someone who never wants to teach or have never made up their mind that I want to become a teacher. But popularly, this program all over the globe has also been recognized that I just want to go and discipline my life. I just want to go and practice something intensely, because such structured programs are also strong in their intensity and discipline and all of that. So I'm sure even many of you have the same reason, that maybe you're just coming not with a goal of right away starting to teach, but you want to first bring discipline into your own life. Or we have another category of people who come who just are burnt out. Well, this is also a fact. And we've been happily respecting, welcoming, and honoring anyone who also is just on a detox, who were in the corporate life, job, some strained relationship. I'm just speaking all the facts here. Please don't feel judged or about anything. Uh, this is a fact, and I'm so glad that you chose to come to something like yoga. It can really be life transforming, and it can give amazing clarity to your further paths that you want to pursue. So we usually have this three category of people, where one is really looking for a certification, want to start teaching. Second is just looking for kind of a break, or just come, I want to discipline my life, I want to take care of my health, some program will push me to do that. And third is just pure healing, therapy, go deeper into their own selves. And the magic of this program is it happily caters to everyone. And even we have wondered how. That's magic of yoga, because we are acting as an instrument and sharing everything in such a way that we are somewhere touching everyone's heart. A teacher is feeling, somebody who wants to become teacher is also equally inspired to now start sharing. Those who are on the break are rebooted very well, and those who were actually lost in their path somewhere gets deeper clarity and healing. So please recommend this program not just to those who want some structure around things, but it's okay even if they just want to understand yogic lifestyle, or kind of reboot their lives in some way. So this is the goal. So what is the difference here actually when somebody is really coming for healing and rebooting, and when somebody is coming for teacher training? The only difference is, in case if somebody really does not want to get into the flow of becoming a teacher, only one part of the whole syllabus can be taken out, that is teaching, micro lessons, teaching each other, practicing how to share the knowledge of yoga. Yeah. But in our humble opinion, slowly and steadily, we recommend everyone to still be the part of that process. I have seen many people who have still come with goal number 3, that no teacher, I'm just here for healing and my burnt out and all. They actually end up becoming one of the best yoga teachers I have met. So you never know. So I still recommend everyone that go through the flow of learning how to teach as well. You never know when that skill will help you in your life. So that's my recommendation, but I sometimes leave it on participants to choose their goal. So that's how it is. Let's go back to the curriculum part, which serves everyone equally. Our curriculum roams around a lot of theory as well as practice part. So of course, number 1 is going to be practicum, which is all your practicals around asanas. Please do not ask me how many asanas we teach. If you, to be honest, definitely more than hundreds of asanas. But we have the one of the most amazing comprehensive asana guidebook that we will be giving you as a part of this teacher training program, and it's a journey. It's very unfair for me to say that we will teach you so and so many asanas. We will definitely touch base on most of the important poses, right, which helps us to create our foundation in such a way that, depending on your body type, your previous experiences, you can keep building up on that with lot of variations, advanced variation, modifications, everything will be discussed. Okay. So you will definitely get, although we say that we are very holistic ashram and all, but we will not compromise an asana part as well. We will definitely give you lot around the technique part of the asana, anatomy around that, variations, modifications. You will be regularly having technique classes every day, where you will learn how to, you will be basically dissecting asanas every day, like just sitting and discussing that asana. We'll be doing that every day. So you'll be learning asana in practicals, practicing it, of course, different types of breath work and pranayam, meditations, and mindfulness. All of this becomes part of your practicals. Okay. So this is your practical where you'll be practicing this. Once I finish the curriculum part, I explain the structure of your daily schedule. You know how many times you practice and all of that questions may be there in your mind. So in practicum, you will be practicing different types of warm-ups, Sukshma Vayam, Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, poses, asanas, pranayam, dhyana, meditation, yoga nidras, the nice yogic sleep, as we say, the psychic sleep. So you will be practicing all of that. This becomes your practicum curriculum. The next curriculum, the model we have is Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is where you understand the theory behind Hatha yogic practices. You understand the subtle anatomy through Hatha Yoga. Subtle anatomy means your chakras, nadis, and pranas. You will get a great foundation knowledge around it. You will get to know that why we do what we do. When we are holding nose, or when we are doing something with the left and the right nostril, why are we doing that? There's a whole science behind it. So you will be learning Hatha Yoga and subtle anatomy around the energy centers in the body, energy channels in the body, etc. Another module is your physical anatomy now. One is subtle, one is physical anatomy and physiology, where you will be talking about muscles, contraction, expansion, different types of muscles used in particular asanas, and do's and don'ts around modifications, anatomical focus in each pose. So you will be also learning the externalities of the asana, pranayam, cleansing techniques, and all of that. Right? And then you will also have another module, which is your yoga philosophy. This comprises the Vedic philosophy, the foundation of our own yoga system. In that, you will be having Vedic philosophy as your foundation, then building it up to in week 2 around Yoga Sutras, yeah, by Sage Patanjali, who is one of the main books around yoga, psychology, I would say, treating around mind stuff. So you will be going through all the chapters in like an overview, of course, because as we know, level 1 would not be enough to take so much, but you will be still going through very important concepts of Yoga Sutras, different types of yoga, and slowly the philosophy will build up also to the important classes on Bhagavad Gita. So we'll be learning important chapters and important concepts from the Bhagavad Gita. So this revolves around your theory. The next part curriculum comes around the practical application of yoga, where you will be learning around yoga for children, yoga for pregnant women, yoga for old age, yoga for weight loss, something that will really help you in your upskilling yourself as yoga teacher, or finding your niche as well, as they say, that maybe you will realize at some point that you're more keen on working with children and yoga. Maybe you like women yoga and dealing with all the phases of women's life. So we want to give you taste of everything in this curriculum, so that this becomes such a strong foundation and seed sowing practice that from here you can keep upskilling more and more. So that will be practical application of yoga. And then we will be also doing and discussing around some cleansing practices like Tratak and some Shuddhi Kriyas, as we say in Sanskrit. Shuddhi Kriya means cleansing our physical body and also the nadis, the channels, through some Kriya practices like Jalaneti, nasal cleansing, vomiting like Vaman, so and Tratak, the candle gazing practice. So this is all part of your curriculum overall. So you and the last structure, the last part of the whole module is also important, which is around teaching methodology. We'll also explain you that how do you now teach whatever you're gathering, whatever you're practicing on the mat, whatever philosophy you're learning, whatever theory classes you are hearing and learning, how do you now start sharing it with others? How do you structure the class? Sequencing of the classes, that is art of sequencing, different several ways. I take pride in saying this, that we are not the school who are like very fanatic around our style or our, of course we have our structure because we want to have some system in how we teach, but we have learned from different schools. We all teachers have learned from several schools. We've loved exploring what is happening in the world around yoga. So you will learn from us different ways of sequencing, that there are not just one way but several ways of how you can put your class together. So this is something I really like around our school, which gives you lot of creative space around sequencing. So art of sequencing, lesson planning. We will be also putting you into smaller groups so that you start practicing. Sometimes if you're a beginner in teaching, it might be very intimidating for you to hear that, oh my God, I have to teach a yoga class for an hour. It's too much. But the way we have structured micro lessons, it's like mini lessons for you, where you will, let's say, I'll give you an example if you're curious to know how it goes. It's like one day you will be just all of you together in a group sitting there, and you will be just opening the class. You will welcome the participants, you will do some chants or some nice opening meditation, and you just welcome them. That's it. Next day you will just take one warm up, then another day you will be just teaching one asana, and this will build up your confidence to such an extent that, to our surprise, we have seen that how wonderfully each one of you are going to take 1 hour class like this. And you will be like, oh wow, I just did it. I never taught full yoga, 1 hour yoga before, but now I feel so confident. That's the power of this structure and process that is definitely there. I have really traveled a lot of places, and sometimes, I mean, done my teacher training, and sometimes I felt that, wow, I enjoyed, I learned so much, and I feel like, I have nourished my wisdom body and I'm ready. And the moment someone calls me or asks me, at that time, I'm saying that, can you take my class? I would still feel nervous, because in many of the places I was given amazing knowledge, but I was not taught the art of how to share with others, how to structure the classes, how to time them, and how to really give and meet the goals of even our participants. So that was something unique that I realized is a missing link in some of the trainings that I did. So we ensured that we also give participants maximum time around practicing teaching among each other, so that once you go out, like let's say if it's a 28 days on an overall course, 29th day, if you have to teach even as a volunteer in Eco Village, you are ready. You are ready. And we have seen that. Our, like, here is a certification ceremony, and next morning we are telling that person, okay, you take a class today. And they feel super confident to do that. So that is the achievement, I would say, or a power of the whole structure around micro lesson. So this is the overview of curriculum. I'm sure if you have gone through our website and if you have inquired with us personally, we've already sent you a detailed curriculum. So please feel free to explore that as well. Since we have limited time, we cannot go all out in discussing entirely around curriculum. But if you're more curious around the details of each component, please feel free. It's there on the website. You can anytime see that, right? We will be providing you comprehensive manuals, notepads, cleansing technique, welcome bag, like all the kit will be provided from our side. Regarding the schedule, typically your day starts from morning 6 a.m. and you will be busy most of the day till evening, with respective breaks in between, of course. So to be precise, let me just go through the daily schedule now. You will have 2 asana pranayam classes, morning, evening. One class will be in the morning and another class will be in evening around 5 o'clock. You will have 2 theory classes every day. These theory classes will be revolving around the curriculum that I mentioned: philosophy, anatomy or hatha yoga, practical application, sequencing. So you have 2 theory classes. Between those 2 theory classes, you will have yoga nidra as a break. And gradually, as we progress in our days, it will be you, each one of you who have come for teacher training, will be leading yoga nidras too, because we also want to train you on how to lead some meditations or yoga nidras for others or other participants that you will have in future. So first few days, teachers and recordings will be played, and after few days, each one of you will start leading it, and it will also serve as a wonderful mental break between 2 philosophy classes. After that, you'll have your lunch break and self-study time if you have assignments sometimes given. So you will have time for that. And then you again meet us at 4 in the afternoon. That class will be technique class, where, as I mentioned previously, we will be discussing in detail around the practice. We will not be doing the practice much at that time, not a structured practice, but it is like literally discussing everything about that asana. Couple of asanas, 3, 4 asanas, warm up, breath work. Okay, what are the variations of it? What are the do's and don'ts? What mistakes we make? So you know more. You will be gaining more knowledge around some asanas. So that is your technique. And then the evening practice. Evening practice will revolve around a little bit of non-structured class, considering the need of people around emotional and mental well-being. Evening classes are sometimes around inner child, um, creative meditations, nice stable, like, restorative classes. So evening classes are mostly sometimes more themic in nature, that brings healing to you. Morning classes will be more structured around like authentic styles, sequences, pranayama, and all of that. And some days in the evening, beyond 6 also, of course, after 6, you'll have a break, 6:15. Some days, let's say once or twice a week maximum, you will also have some satsang sangha, where we all come together, do some kirtan, or some extra classes can also be there if we have some connecting lecture left. So some extra class or some satsang is also there. But all of this, whatever I'm saying right now, will be already printed on a timetable. So it's like, usually it's not a surprise unless and until there is some little lack of availability of some teacher. There will be no surprises as such. It will be already pre-communicated to you, and the whole monthly timetable will be already there with the name of the lectures and classes that you will be going through, right? So this is our schedule. And as you go through this intense schedule, we do understand you will need break. So you will have a day off. Mostly these day offs are on Sundays, unless and until there is any change, which will be also mentioned on the timetable. On day offs, usually um, we encourage participants to also participate in some hikes, that we have amazing mountain here. We are actually located, Govardhan Eco Village is part of this heritage site. You have this Sayadri Hills and mountains. So we usually like to take participants on a small to moderate scale hikes. So whoever is interested can participate on that as well. Or if you want to take a break, you can take a break. So that's about your schedule, timetables, and day offs. As we have said, that we like to give you authenticity around yoga, which calls in for rules and regulations, yamas and niyamas. So yes, we are also an ashram where you will, if you, especially if you're traveling first time to an ashram, you will see a lot of things that are discomforting to your mind, but very healthy for your yoga journey. So something like no consumption of tea, coffee, any substance, alcohol, of course. So all of this is prohibited in the ashram. We also do not recommend you to go out of the ashram during the course is going on, or if there is any emergency or anything, we recommend that you check with your teachers first, because we are really in the interiors. There is no transportation facility available easily, and especially if you're not from an Indian language, like if you don't know, it might not be safe for you to figure it out everything on your own. And so this is the reason we don't recommend that. Because it's a certified course, especially for those who are here for teacher training program, we are affiliated with Yoga Alliance, which gives you a benefit of teaching yoga all across the globe, any part of the world, right? However, because we are certified with that body, it also calls in for some regulations around your attendance and participation. So it's never about your assignments and how much you've memorized things or how are your asanas. Your evaluations or some assignments that we will give you will never be judging you based on how much nicely you've written or how much you remember. But the main criteria for certification is your attendance and participation. We have some attendance policies, um, so which you will have to follow. Once you come here, we can speak more around the details of this. Of course, if you're sick or something, we do understand, but we still have doctors in house and some help, medical help is there. So we recommend participants not to just stay on their own in the room. Participation is one of the most important criteria for certification. It's not your performance, it's your participation. Okay, so this is something we are very strict about. We will be also taking attendance every day. Like, you might remember going back to some school days or something if you have not gone off late. So you will see that it's so much like, not like a retreat, but it's like actually an academic thing happening. It's a beautiful blend of both the words. And this is important to bring transformation. If we are very lenient like a retreat, I don't think so many of you will not turn up for the classes. If we are very only like academic, healing and transformation will not happen. So I believe, and we have seen through our own eyes and experiences, that this beautiful blend of discipline, at the same time a very friendly environment, has been very transforming for our participants. So attendance is one of the most criteria, important criteria around this, right? Regarding assignments and evaluations, so on a weekly basis, whatever theory classes you have gone through, you will have some questions based on that. And guess what? You don't have to stress about this. If anybody has any panic around exams, you have open book assignments. Okay, so you don't have to memorize things, because we do understand for you it's the first time. Yeah, you maybe long time you have not studied, or some Sanskrit is new for you, some philosophy is new, so we don't pressurize based on that. But we want you to review everything that you have heard, so we put up some questions which will help you to revise your topics again. So that is your going to be your assignment. And regarding the last week assignments around teaching, especially for those who are will be coming for certified teacher training, in the last week you will be put through some class sequence where you will be teaching the entire class. I mean, you will be teaching with the entire class some part of the class. So we'll be not directly throwing you into like full classes, but you will be getting an idea entirely on how to design the class, at the same time how to teach a big chunk of the class. So that is going to be also kind of an evaluation where feedbacks will be given. A teacher will be sitting with you. You'll also get feedbacks from your own friends around you. So this is the structure of, you'll have written assignments and you'll also have teaching assignments, right? So this is around that. Certification, of course, for those, if you qualify with your attendance, participation, and assignments, then we give you the certification through which, if you then sign up with that body, you are eligible to teach in any part of the world. Right? Let me come to the most important part now, especially for those who are looking around at teacher training and establishing your career around teaching yoga. So definitely, I don't have to emphasize this at all. We know how much there's a need of, somebody who is expert at physical health, emotional well-being, and mental health. And this is how we have tweaked our program slowly. Initially, I remember back in 2015, I think when we started, our emphasis was so much around structure, asanas, books, academic. It has not changed. We still follow that, but we realize that it's not just about mastering some asana, but people really need more emotional help, mental strength. So we've changed the structure of the program in such a way that you all also learn the art of helping someone emotionally as well as mentally, not just with some poses, but understanding the deeper aspects of that. So having said that, if you can go deep into your trainings in this 1 month, and if the seed is sown rightly, there are no limits, because no matter how many teacher training programs are being run all over the world, trust me, we still have more students waiting for each one of you. This is my guarantee. This is for sure. Many people are struggling with emotional health, mental well-being, physical, and that impacts their physical health. We already know that how body mind is connected. So if we become a nice holistic yoga teachers, demand is there for sure. And we also give assistance where we have started collecting the data of all the students around the world, so that if anybody requires one-to-one teachers or any yoga studio has some openings, then we have a huge contact. Being, we are we are a community, a bhakti yoga community, which is also like, ISKCON. It's a big organization all over the world. So that if somebody around in any of the centers or any devotees that require, then we definitely also like to help across with those connections as well. So that is definitely happening. We also have seva opportunities in case if you're a beginner and you still are gathering your confidence around teaching professionally. We do have seva opportunities where we might ask you that if you want to try, we can try some classes online. You can take some meditation classes, you can take some kids yoga class, depending on your level of confidence. We will always be connected and giving you different opportunities in the area of yoga reach that we already have right now as an existing school. So I have always took help from many volunteers, many aspiring new teachers, in my own classes where they can be co-teachers, or they can co-lead some of the programs. So that opportunity will be always there, so that you don't feel out of touch after the program as well. And something that I want to focus also a lot around is, it's a journey. Please remember that it's not the destination. So when you finish your 1 month training, I'm not saying that you won't be able to teach, but it's just the beginning. It's a journey. The moment you will finish your training, you will definitely get all the basic understanding, knowledge, skills, sequencing. But the more refined, the more you study, the more you upskill yourself, is absolutely important. So we have not even left that missing link. We always thought that once people finish their teacher training, they're still somewhere, sometimes lost. Oh, but I got someone who has some disease, or I got someone who is looking for, different style of yoga, or I have got a call from a school, they want kids yoga. Oh, I'm dealing with some women with PCOD and fertility issues and pregnancy. So, or I'm just, or somebody is just looking for more of meditation and breath work. How do I deepen my practices? So to help you to kind of board your train through TTC, but then you also want to upskill, we have designed and we have recorded lot of courses, and we also do sometimes live depending on our yearly calendar. We have parallel courses going on, which you can do to upskill your current hours, which means you can do prenatal TTC, you can do kids TTC, you can do meditation and mindfulness TTC, you can exclusively do some course around chakra healing. So we do have specifics. You will be introduced to each subject and its foundation level. But if you think that you want to go deeper into that and add to your experience hours and learn more and upskill, that is also something that I highly recommend. It will improve your confidence, will boost your, strength in sharing the knowledge, which is differing now. Everybody is looking for something different. So it's a journey, everyone, and it's worth taking. It's worth boarding. It's worth, giving it a start, and you will realize that how amazing it is around that. And in the end, I just want to quickly introduce the faculty that you will be meeting. You already met me. My name is Aarti, and I'll be taking care of your practical applications of yoga, evening holistic classes, uh, some classes around teaching methodology, some meditations, and pregnancy yoga, kids yoga, and all of that is taken care by me. Then you have another head teacher, Anmol. Anmol will be taking care of your some of your asana classes, pranayam classes, and with his strong hands and expertise in anatomy and physiology. So he'll be also taking you around the anatomy part. And we have another teacher, Roshanji, and Roshanji also takes care of your Kriya part. He's expert at cleansing techniques and also asanas. So he'll be also leading some of your asana sessions, cleansing technique sessions, and all of that. And of course, we have philosophy expert, Nimalila Prabhu. He'll be taking you through big boards. I mean, if you've never been to any school or college of late, just come to GEV, you'll get the real time experience of coming back to school. I mean, we have two big, large white boards, but they're not enough. That amount of nice, amazing interactive philosophy classes you will be going through in this course. And I must say, I must emphasize on the philosophy part here actually, because for many students, if they have had some exposure of asanas and poses and pranayam in other countries with their teacher training programs, sometimes they only come to our school just to deepen their philosophy understanding, because they never got that in their trainings. So this is our, I would say, one of the USPs, if I have to say, that we already get a lot of teachers also who are already into yoga, but they've never had deeper understanding around philosophy. So yeah, this is what I think I had to say around our teacher training program. And I hope I have covered all the points that I see in front of me. And this is just the beginning. Of course, when you arrive, you will get even little more micro details around your daily struggles and lifestyle here, like food part. How can I forget about food? this place, as I said, is different for different people. It's also like a retreat for some. It's also like a yoga ashram. It's Ayurveda wellness center. So you have different outlets where you can eat, but we have our recommendations. We recommend you to have yogic friendly food. So this is also a very controversial issue where everybody has their own concepts around healthy eating. But my philosophy or my understanding around it is that every body is different, where you have taken birth and what lifestyle you have been following, and what works on you, what kind of diet, all that matters. So it's like a big kitchen, trying to serve like thousands of people. So we have a lot of different outlets here where some will resonate with some type of food and not. But our recommendation is we also have an Ayurvedic cafe where they give you more sattvic, non-spicy, and easy to digest food. It's an Indian, more of the Indian kind of cooking that is done here. We do not serve, I want to clear this, we do not serve lots of, we do have salads, raw Indian type of salads, but we do not serve lot of raw food here. We do have juices and smoothies at sale, but we do not serve regularly raw food for some different reasons. Uh, so please respect that we are trying to give the best in what we follow here as per the Ayurvedic doctors and all of that diet. So we won't be able to customize things a lot for each one of you. Of course, if you have some allergy or you are, you have some issues with some food, definitely we can consider if it's some medical thing. But we are not here. We are not operating like a restaurant or a hotel. Although you have here some options, but you cannot really spoil the whole mood of your course just because you don't like this particular way the rice is made or khichdi is made. So I want all of you right now to prepare your mind that I'm here for 1 month. I'm going to choose something very healthy for my body. And I'm not going to overemphasize on my likes and dislikes around food, room, sleeping habits, and all of that. Okay. So that is something I feel I should also speak about food. Yeah. So here I'm done, I guess. Yes. Lot of micro things to be shared, but I'll wait for you to come. And now I open up the forum. If anybody has any question, doubts around the courses, please let me know. I'm here for you. And thank you for your patient listening, by the way. I'm just talking since like 45 minutes. Yes. Yes, Umangji, please, I will unmute you. Can you also unmute yourself? Yes.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
for debriefing. I just want
Yes.
to know, like, since it's an open book test which you are giving, that means we will having lots of books to refer. Because in general, open book test is much tougher than closed book test. And I acknowledge
You got it right. Mm.
I'm a faculty. I know these things. So
So no, we haven't. Thank you for this question. I'm sure many will be benefited. So we've not kept it super complex. We expect participants to make notes as well based on their understanding. And we also keep sharing notes on a regular basis. So whoever speaker is giving a class, he will immediately share his PPTs or notes with you. And based on that, you have to write precise answers. So we are not looking for elaborate essays. We just want to see have you understood the topic or not. So we are very happy with precise answers too. And that's what the teachers respectively will also tell you that please write precisely. So that's
yeah.
not a problem.
So I have
Yeah.
a
So
follow up.
everything will be shared. Some PPTs, some ebooks, everything will be shared with you on a regular basis.
Okay. So I just want to know that since you mentioned that there is level two and there are other
Mm,
reflection which we can do. So is it
mm.
possible that we can do that in self learning just by reading or something like online, or we need to
Really
come
depends.
again?
Uh, Level two, ideally, of course, you will have to, if you want to really get into the flow of certification, number of hours that you've finished, you want to apply with Yoga Alliance, become a registered teacher, all that will definitely require your physical presence. So, level two needs to be done with physical presence. However, having said that, if you're confident, I mean, sometimes you go anywhere, nobody asks you for your certificate, even if you've just done your level one, but you have been learning, reading, you are working with some yoga studio, you are teaching a lot, you are growing with your own experience. In that case, I know so many teachers who are just teaching wonderfully with level one, But some teachers, they feel the need of going deeper in their own practice, or even upskilling and getting certified with some school for 500 hours, 300 hours, 200 hours. So in that case, that's required. But per se, let me be very honest here. So, yoga is so personal. So no government or no body, counseling authority or anyone can actually certify you for your yoga practice. If you genuinely become a good yoga teacher by working on yourself and you start sharing it, people just love you for who you are and how you're sharing. Then they don't ask you for your certificate. But yes, if you're going abroad, if you're traveling somewhere teaching, some studios might require you to present a certificate. So in that case, doing something officially in presence is important. I hope this answers your question.
I have one more. Sorry, just for like that.
No
I've
problem. Yeah.
seen I've seen certificates of some previous students who have just successfully graduated. So I
Ah,
don't remember exactly in which institute they were affiliated, but when I just checked that and 2 years back, I could see that similar course was given by the same institute, which is almost a 6 month diploma course. So
yes. It's similar because 6 months, then students only go 1 hour a day. But here
so
you're literally spending 10 hours a day.
so that means this 1 month course is equivalent to 6 month
Equivalent.
diploma.
Yes, yes,
So
it's
when
equivalent to the diploma. So in fact, some institutes, they also call this like in Yoga Alliance, we are not supposed to call it diploma or such, but in India, some institutes also call this as diploma in yoga education, which is equivalent to, sometimes some schools even call it as 1 year thing.
So
That's right.
basically, I'm asking this question because if you just know, I am Indore offers yoga classes to their students, the bachelor students, right? So they need
Yeah,
degree certified
correct, correct.
professional in their yoga. So will
Hmm.
it be applicable over there?
So yeah, so if you want to get into some degree, even doing teacher training course is valid. You can get into any degree courses after that. That's what during my time when I started my masters in yoga, my certification around teacher training were also enough to put me into the admission, but it's not equivalent to degree.
So what is equivalent degree then?
Equivalent to degree is nothing. You have to just do the degree in yoga. Why should, see, if you're looking from the academic point of view, everything has its own importance, but I can show you my 10 friends who are postgraduate in yoga, but they are not teaching at all. They have just collected the degree and they're okay with it. They don't want to or they could not. And I know so many teachers who have just done their teacher training, but they got so inspired, so transformed. You really don't need to have so many documents actually if you just are teaching yoga. Yoga cannot be put into this academic curriculum too much all the time, but we are trying to do that. The government is trying to do that so that it gets more recognized, right? I hope you get my discrimination here when I'm saying that degree people are also not teaching yoga, and sometimes a 200-hour student participant has changed his profession, left the job, and is one of the amazing teachers. You don't need to have or need to be particular ranking anywhere. So I hope that gets you. However, if you decide to get into any college as a yoga professor, yes, you will need some degrees because they have their own protocols. But to start your yoga class, you're good to go even with 200 hours yoga teacher training certification. Is that clear now a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear, it's clear, and just like it's not
Great.
that. That's the only pinch point I got.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Patricia, yes.
No, I can speak. Thank you very much for your explanation about the whole program. It is something very appealing and very beautiful, and I'm very grateful for having this opportunity. Arati, I have one question regarding the program itself that I think you didn't cover, but maybe there is a language barrier and I didn't understand. So
Hmm.
I'm sorry if that happened. I am interested in doing only the philosophy part of it. And I think I
Hmm.
saw on your website there is a part of it called Vedic Essentials or Vedic Philosophy Essentials.
Correct.
And I would like to know if this is still available or if I can only do the whole program. And if I can do only this part, if I could have time to work on some issues because I will be remotely connected to my work. So I do not have the
Okay,
availability to stay the whole time in the course. So, and
got it.
the second question is if that can happen, this only this very essential part of the whole course. If I can, I saw that there are different types of accommodation, and I would like to know if I could stay paying for this on some place that I could work, because again, I have this need. And if I do not have this, I'd like to know
Your
the
video
place and get
froze.
to know you. Thank you.
Yes, 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 you're right. We have a Vedic Essential Philosophy course as well, which is 8 days primarily, and which only comprises of you attending only the philosophy section, which is from morning 9 to afternoon, let's say Indian time around 12 or 1 p.m., like 3 to 4 hours. So yes, there are many enthusiastic people who only come for the Vedic philosophy essentials. And then you have this optional, like you can, if you have time, you can join our morning yoga classes, which are anyways happening for all the guests here. And evening, if you want, you can just take satsangs or you're free. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and it's a certified course. So you will get a certification if you're attending and writing your assignment on 8 days course. So most welcome. In fact, there are many participants who join us. However, just you will be inspired to know it's already part of our teacher training. So you will also be seeing other TTC participants sitting along with you, or you'll be sitting with them because that's a flow of their whole thing. So they have to go through the Vedic essentials on in the first week to build up to their next journey around. So you'll be with all of them and you will be missing them then after 8th day. And well, Patricia, let's see if that happens with you as well. We had many participants who signed up for Vedic essentials and ended up doing the whole course. 90% of them, by the way. Only 10% were really helpless because of their jobs, which I hope you get some flexibility around it. Let's hope. Let's pray. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. One more. You have to unmute yourself. I think you're mute again. Not happening? Let me check. Can you do it now? Yes. Okay.
Now I can. Thank you. And just because I had some difficulties trying to get a hold of one of you, and a person in Brazil helped me to get a hold of you, to whom should I talk to go to this program? And you said 8 days or 18 days?
No,
Because I think I
so Vedic Essentials is 8 days, but we also have more philosophy building up around that. So it's up to you. You can choose to be part of even extended philosophy classes. The
okay,
primary is eight
perfect.
days. So
And
I will just check if just give me a moment. Hitesh, are you there around?
Yeah.
So Hitesh, I want you to post in the chat box the contact, email, and any number that all the participants can connect if they have more queries around their thing, accommodation, anything that comes up to their mind even after this. So can you please do that on the chat box?
Yes, I'm doing right now.
Yes. So
thank you very
Patricia,
much.
please take a note, and also all the other participants, if you still think there was some communication missing at our end, which is a possibility, it's an ashram. Sometimes we do not have network here.
Of
Don't
course.
worry, we have Wi-Fi, but sometimes even with it is not so super active and strong all the time. So in case if
Mhm,
your query was missed, you couldn't get in touch on the call. So
mhm.
email will be the best thing, I think. You can do email and WhatsApp. So it's more quick
Perfect.
to read and reply. Right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Thank you,
time.
Patricia.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Me too. Hare Krishna. Yes, Surajit. You have a question?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, just wanted to inquire about that. You mentioned about the Yoga Alliance
Hmm.
certification and the recognition.
Yeah.
Do we need to register with them after the course, or with the certification which you will be providing to us, we can continue with our practice? How compulsory it is to register with them?
Not at all. In India, not at all compulsory. If
Mm.
you are going to teach India or even taking online classes for some others in the West, not needed. Sometimes what happens when only some studios are particular, if you are planning to go and work under someone or open a studio in some other country, they might have a need for insurance. And see, India, we know that yoga teachers and insurance is not yet a very strong policy by our government. So it's completely chilled here. In some other countries, you might need your own insurance for your studio. So at
Right.
that time, if you register, you'll get some benefits from them.
Right.
So they have, the members have some benefit, which are, to be honest, as an Indian and staying here and teaching, I have never got any benefit as such. Although I'm registered because we had to open a yoga school for all of you to get certification. So that is the only reason we are doing it. But if you
Right.
are just going to teach and not open your own yoga school, then you don't need much of that at all.
Okay. Okay. So
Not really.
it's not a compulsion as such to.
No, because once they have already certified us as a Yoga Alliance school, which means we are following a syllabus which qualifies you to become a teacher. So that itself is a proof. And then, well, I'm not speaking it more loudly on the forum like this, but it's also a smart business way of Yoga Alliance itself is
Yeah,
also
we
in a
understand.
way.
We understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, see, you guys are hearing me, putting trust on me, and are thinking to come to Eco Village. But did you ask me about my certificate? Don't worry, I have all the certificates. But you see, that's not the main thing that people will usually um, inquire about you. So unless and until in India, if you're teaching and doing that, it's not needed.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay, Mataji. That was my doubt. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Just checking if anybody else has any query around this. I have 3 participants. So Patricia, you have more doubt. I can see your, can I lower your hand in that case? Even Surajit, I'll lower hand. So Umangji, do you have more? Okay, yes, please.
I
Okay.
just want to know, yeah, sorry. Just mentioned this child yoga specialization, women yoga specialization. So is this something which is more suitable for men's psychology, some kind of specialization? Because child
We've
and
not. So Anmol will definitely touch base on that as well through his anatomy and strength training classes. Definitely. We'll not go into the details of that. Of course, we'll not separate it as a name in men's psychology and all. Why women separated? Because we're going through the various phases in life from menarche to menopause. There are more milestones. And that is why, pregnancy, many menopause. And because of that, but generally around men's psychology, some topics like midlife crisis, strength, aging, all of that will be covered generally in the sessions, which is relevant for both. So yeah, that's how it is.
Fine, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for Amandine. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for participating. If you have no questions, we can end it here. We also have recording of this. So if you think you have your friends or anybody who is thinking about teacher training and wants more clarity, please share this recording with them. They'll also get good understanding around all of that. Right? So thank you very much. Okay, I hope to see you all very soon at some point at Eco Village. Okay, so fees. So I request all of you to note down the number and the email. I will need it if I'll post again. And please write down your queries around. I am a teacher here, so I won't be able to give you a very good clarity around fees part because it depends on accommodation as well, what you choose. So it will depend on that. So please WhatsApp or email all your queries on this and we will get back to you. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for your enthusiastic listening. Hare Krishna. Namaste.